for a long time.
Yeah, what if I buy a bottle and then wait 9 years to drink it?
Whiskey doesn't age in the bottle.
Is it an 18-year then? Is that how that works?
All right, number 4.
Number 4.
Ooh.
Excited to see what's left.
I feel like this is the best nose of the night so far.
So this is one that I will say it was a pleasant surprise that was not on my shelf previously. That earned a spot.
All right.
Ooh, that kind of tells you what it's not, because the two of you know what was on my shelf. Should know what's on my shelf.
I barely can keep track of the 160 bottles on my shelf.
We have a lot of overlap. If you want to look at a Venn diagram, there's
that's true.
Yeah, there's Charlie and TJ about like this on the Venn diagram. Then I'm like,
he's got the Terry Bradshaw whiskey that I don't.
I do.
I don't.
That is
might have been a good quarterback, but
that's $35. It could have made your list.
$35 for that?
Yeah.
I would take.
Wow.
I'd take Henderson over that.
Take 2 Knob Creeks.
I did take Henderson over that.
Oh, that's nice. That might be the best of the night so far.
We're progressing well.
Has Charlie ever disappointed you?
Nope, not yet.
Bourbon, no.
There you go. I do my research.
Mm-hmm.
I know my bourbon.
Well, I think the funniest thing was that you mentioned Charlie had to do his research for this, and I'm like, yeah, because no MGP, no barrel. Like, of course he had to do research. Like,
yeah. He's like,
this was like going back to school. Like, what is this stuff?
So on the palate, I get a ton of honey.
I'm getting some floral, just like a little bit of floral, even in the nose,
and
then some of that kind of comes through in the palate finish for me too.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a very pleasant spice. I think the Knob Creek had like a harsher, spicier finish. It just kind of tingled. This blend. Like this, of course, they're like more spice the better. Right.
I would. If I didn't know that you already had this bottle, I would say that this is Four Roses small batch.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I was getting a little bit with the floral notes. Like that's what it was reminding me a little bit of Four Roses.
Right. Yeah.
It's not Four Roses.
Is it Bullet? Because that's Four Roses. I mean,
it's not Bullet.
We didn't say that because they signed an NDA, but
I didn't sign an NDA. I can say whatever the hell I want to say. Like I said, this was. For the prize.
So how many Hendersons?
Yeah.
2.2.
2.2 Hendersons.
$22. $22.
I've got no idea.
One of you actually already mentioned this evening.
Oh.
Wild Turkey.
Wild 101.
Wild 101.
Nice. You didn't have a Wild Turkey 101 prior to this?
I did not. Nope. I drank yours, so I had tasted it.
Yeah.
Like,
say,
TJ, my average bourbon price was $70-some. Like, I didn't find a need to.
Are you kidding me?
Fill my shelf.
You do your research, and everybody says Wild Turkey 101. You got to have them on the shelf, and this is why. It is delicious.
Yeah.
TJ, my daily drinker is Old Forester 1920.
Well, I don't know if that says something about you or Old Forester.
I think it says something about him.
I have a great palate, and Old Forester makes good products. So there you go.
And we have that recorded.
Yeah, see the video above where Brian makes his list of bourbons under $40 and takes the 2 best options and says they don't count.
Like, no.
Because everyone knows about them, and it's like also like if I can go all the way up to $40. I think there's some things right at that high end that are going to be better than Wild Turkey.
That's like saying, who's the fastest man alive? And everyone's like, Usain Bolt. And they're like, nope. Everyone knows that one. It doesn't count.
I mean, well, basically everybody's going for second. It's like when Tiger
I'm
Woods was
sure when
his
you guys
peak.
did your videos, you had like 2 or 3 different qualifiers in there as well for how
Most of that was like availability.
Yeah, same thing as you. I did to be fair, the only thing I called out on was 2, which was Bella Mead and Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof, and we are doing reviews on those. We agree that those are both good bottles.
So if I were to do like an under 30 list, this would be top 4.
Yeah.
Under $30 right here. So all these,
so we
24, 25, 26, and $22. So I'm my total right now is 97 with these 4 bottles.
Oh, so I got, this one's the expensive
$53. So that was my strategy. I wanted to find the best bourbon at less than $30. So then I could splurge on one bottle.
I get why you like this last one. It smells like MGP, but it can't be. So.
Like it can't be. And these are all 5 different distilleries. I didn't. That wasn't intentional. That wasn't a stipulation provided by TJ or Ed. Mm-hmm. It was just no MGP or no barrel. And so I was looking at it tonight. I was like, oh, wait a second. These are all 5 different distilleries. So we've already had Makers. We had Wild Turkey. We had Early Times, which I guess was, what do we call that? Do we call that Heaven Hill or do we call that?
No, that's Old Forester. So
Old Forester, sorry.
Yeah.
Now purchased by.
Sazerac in the future, yeah.
Yeah. And then Jim Beam with, Knob Creek. So it's not any of those.
So, like okay.
So you had $54?
So it could be
$53, yeah.
Could be a Jack Daniel's
now,
single barrel.
I will
say
that I did get this on sale.
It could be Jack then. It could be a Jack Daniel's single barrel.
I got it on sale.
So TJ, you and I were thinking the same thing then.
Mm-hmm.
Because that nose is a lot like it smells a lot like my Jack single.
We're in the more expensive price range, but this is the best of the night. Like, doesn't come close.
Yeah.
This is also barrel proof.
Okay.
So we went up from, Makers at 90 proof, 94. And then everything else was 100, 101. And then now we're at barrel strength.
Yeah.
I love how you got this on sale, and that's how you made this one work into the group.
Hey, anybody in my area could also got it on sale. It's actually still available on our website.
I mean, depending on what it is, I might be like, go pick me up a bottle.
I could do that tomorrow.
So on the nose, I get a lot of, what is it? So there's a little hint of rye notes and some hay and grass. But you get a lot like burnt sugar, like a lot of burnt sugar in there, and a hint of vanilla.
I get a little, still getting a little ethanol in the nose, and some of that's just the barrel proof, moving up the barrel proof. But that
you have not had this on your shelf previously.
No, no, sir.
I mean, that palate is amazing. It is like liquid honey. I would almost say this is something finished in honey barrels, but I know it's not. And then you get some nice barrel spice coming into the back with the black pepper, some of the oak, some of the char is in there.
Char.
I gotta go Jack Daniel's barrel proof. Like, I'm probably wrong, but it's unlike any Jack Daniel's barrel proof I had, if that's what it is. But that's
so
what I
can't
feel like it is.
Like, I mean, I don't know if this validates us as a YouTube channel, bourbon channel, or not. Like, this was totally unplanned. This is a freaking Jack Daniel's barrel.
I was gonna say it tastes so similar to mine.
I am freaking impressed. Both of you, well done. Cheers to you. I was
just tasting this, and I was just going like, this is so familiar.
It is. I mean, it is just delicious. If you have not bought a Jack Daniel's barrel proof, do it. Like, stop, just go buy it. They're amazing.
Seriously, this one was $53. Let's see, 130.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I think I've seen it here, not even on sale, but like at the $55.99 mark.
Yeah.
I think that's normal. Probably 55 to 60 is typical, and then this was marked down a bit. I'd say 55 to 65, unless there's an FAE 01 sitting right next to it, and you can only buy one.
Yeah.
I mean, my recommendation would be buy both. But.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially
well done, gentlemen.
From a store that you trust, like because the barrel proofs are technically single barrels, so they're picked. So don't buy it from a gas station. Buy it from somebody you trust and everything like that. But yeah. It's not the black label Jack that you're used to. The Jack Daniels
it's not
barrel
number 7.
proofs, yeah. And this even the single barrel selects, which are a little bit lower proof, they got some great stuff too. So
earlier I was like, I actually have not yet finished the other 4. They all have something left. And I was sipping this on a second ago, and I'm like, this is definitely getting finished tonight. So
all right. So I think you did well. Again, Chuck knows exactly what I'm going to say. For the 2 bottles I feel like should have been on the list that aren't, but I trust him because he blinded them off. And one of them is, Redwood Empire Lost Monarch. If you have not tried that, you need to give it a try. It's off profile from a lot of other things. There's a big pine note to it, but it's delicious. And then the other one I would probably go with is Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. So, but
yeah, I mean that was in the blind. Evan Williams Bottled and Bond was totally in the blind because that's been on my shelf. So that was you guys were criticizing me for why Wild Turkey 101 wasn't on my shelf previously, because I had opted for Evan Williams Bottled and Bond, and in the blind it didn't hang with these other 4. So
yeah.
And the Redwood Empire, I can't remember the price point on that. So, we're getting down to dollars and cents too. So it's, that was an extra $5-6. So I wouldn't have been able to get the Jack Daniels barrel proof.
Yeah. And Jack Daniels barrel proof is the winner of the night. So
yeah,
I'm all right with that.
And so, understanding your strategy to get the Jack Daniels barrel proof in there, I understand, but like, I was kind of thinking like, I was thinking splurge, maybe to a Maker's 46 or something like that to put in this group. But I can see why you needed to stay at about that $26 point or less to get, your little bit of a whale or maybe not a full whale, but a large fish in there at the end. But no real critique of this list other than, I would like to see maybe an Old Foe 100 in there, but.
So Old Foe 100 was in the blind also. And was a close outsider. Outsider.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be interesting to do that maybe against the Makers, especially. I feel like I might go Old Foe 100 on that, but
yeah, and that could be totally palate preference. I love the sweet cherry notes of Makers, and if you lean a little bit more towards the other way, you probably would have given the preference to Old Foe 100.
Yeah, and I mean, and kind of the thing here, I mean, with the Wild Turkey, the Knob Creek, and then obviously you can find the Jack Daniels at that $50 point. Those are buys. Those are great value to have on your shelf.
Yeah. Yep. Some other things that made consideration for me were, it's like Russell's Reserve, but then price point's a little higher, so you're really starting to eat into that.
Ooh, that was
hard to make five bottles at 150 then.
All right. So we'll hold on. We'll continue this conversation after for our Patreon members and everything like that. So we can talk about all the bottles that Chuck sacrificed and bought and didn't make this list. But I know, Ed, you're still watching because you're crazy and you like to hang on. What'd you think? Did Chuck do good? Hit us up. Let us know in the comments below. Give him a hard time if you want to and everything like that. Also, should Brian do the 5 bottles over $100? I think that's great and everything like that. We'll even use some of our Patreon cash to help supplement some of his income and everything like that.
At least $10.
Yeah, $10, maybe 5
per bottle.
Yeah,
even that I don't know. We'll see. And on the comments,
okay, I'll do it here. I'll chip in personally $10 a bottle if you're gonna.
And I want to know if Chuck did a party foul on having his little saving up his money for the for the Jack at the end? Was that a party foul? Was that in the spirit of the challenge or not?
I think so, but
okay.
I guess we'll let Ed tell me. I
Yep.
mean, I thought that was kosher. I thought that was acceptable play.
I think I would say
it's kind of like in college, I guess, where you have a date, lined up for the weekend. You got to save your money.
Why does it always go back to dating and women?
So you eat ramen noodles all week long to save your money, and then so you can actually go out, to McDonald's, for a Friday night date.
Yeah. So once again, thanks for watching. Please leave us some comments below. Let us know what you thought. What would be your 5 bottles that you would buy that are under $150? And, we'll see you next time.
Stay neat.
Our bourbon.